We have got rid of the tyre bundles, and forever around here, drivers have used them very much as a sighting device. They've been a deterrent for the curbs, but this started to happen. You know, people belting them, dragging the tyres out onto the road, so they end up quite dangerous. So we've got rid of them. Now, where are they? Well, when we look around our circuit, we're sort of down in here at the moment, first chicane here and the beach chicane, right? Now, when you look at them, what's really important, what you got to do a quick lap time around here, you've got to be able to straight line that as best you can. Straighter you can make that line, the better off you're going to be. And then we look at the beach chicane over the back, exactly the same thing applies. You've got to try and get a straight line through there. That is lap time, and drivers are hungry for it. But it's not quite that simple. What happens if you cross these lines trying to achieve that lap time, you're going to get what's called a curb strike, and you're going to lose your time in qualifying or the shootout. Really dangerous stuff. How does it work? Well, one thing I can assure you, you're going to hear drivers whinge and bleat and scream and kick. They're going to be inaccurate. That's going to be their game to get that right. What I do know is the system is extraordinarily accurate. Underneath our cars, when I tip them upside down, is this little device here. It's 515 mil from the centre of the car. It sits in the passenger floor well, okay? So that's on every car in exactly the same spot. Now, that's a little transponder. On the circuit out there is a wire loop, a little electronic line in the road down at those chicanes, right? And it's sending a signal up into the car. That signal is picked up by that little transponder underneath the car, right? And based on its proximity to it, will determine if you're too far over, if you're trying to straight line too much or not. It's very, very accurate. Let's dive in and have a look. So you can see the signal comes up out of the road. That comes in. It's a very defined point where it stops in relationship to the transponder. This has always been worked out very, very accurately. So if you can imagine, this is sort of searching, if you like, for that intersect with that signal. And the strength of that signal, it's like a sine wave, right, determines the proximity to it. And trust me, it's very, very accurate. Now, when we look at this, look at the circuit. When you come around a corner, here's two cars, particularly card when you're a car behind. So they're both green at the moment. This one on the line, just like tennis, this is this line we want to be looking at on the inside. But the back car there, you can see, if he just trims over that line, bang, he's going to get a curb strike. And there's a judicial camera up here that actually shows you really accurately what that looks like. And here's a shot. Pretty gnarly, but it is from the judicial camera. This is Shane van Gisbergen yesterday, right, on the left. Look at this, just inside the line, that he got nailed and lost his lap time. That's what we've got to look out for. Exactly like tennis. If the ball's on the line, you're in. If you're over the line, you're out. But we've got to use a transponder because the car is in the air. Now, this has got way harder this year because our Gen 3 cars are lower, lighter, lower centre of gravity, they're wider, they've got less aero, so they're running softer springs, so they're not leaping up in the air as much. And what's happening as a result of that, you watch this, they're not clearing the curb like we used to. And the back tyre keeps coming down and whacking the curb. That is going to be a massive problem because the way to avoid that is to trim more curb. But if you trim more curb, you're going to cop a whack, you're going to cop a penalty. So this is a really big deal. And as we go into qualifying in their shootout, with deleted lap times, trust me, this will determine whether you get in the shootout, your qualifying time. This could determine your race weekend. This could determine a championship.